You tell yourself you worked all day, but your results look like you barely started. 8 hours vanish into emails, pings, and half-finished tasks. Your brain never gets a chance to go deep, so nothing real gets finished. You do not need more time. You need one block you actually protect. Give me one 90-minute block. Watch your output double today. If that sounds impossible, you're about to see why it isn't. Right now, your problem is not laziness. It is leakage. Notifications, open tabs, and constant context switching slice your focus into crumbs. You live in a noisy browser with 100 tabs open, so deep work never loads. Monk mode is a short season where you slam those tabs shut and build a rhythm that protects your attention. Lena, a drained software tester, was stuck in this loop. Constant pings, long days, and nothing finished. Do not click away yet, because the system in the middle of this video explains why your busy days never turn into real progress. You are going to run a simple system called the 3-block deep work monk mode. One 90-minute window broken into 3 parts, a 15-minute warm-up block, a 60-minute core work block, and a 15-minute shutdown block. 1 block for setup, 1 for deep work, 1 for capture and recovery. Screenshot that structure, because everything else in this video exists to make that window unavoidable. Stage 1. Choose 1 block that actually fits your life. Deep work fails when you try to redesign your whole calendar overnight. Instead, start with 1 realistic 90-minute window most days. It might be before work, during lunch, or late evening when the house is quiet. Pick the time where your brain feels most awake, not the time you think looks impressive. For Lena, that meant 7:30, 9 o'clock p.m., after dinner, 3 nights a week. Not perfect, but consistent. 1 window, same time in her calendar. You do not need a new life schedule, just 1 reliable 90-minute container for deep work. The next stage is where most people lose it. Stage 2. Turn that window into a no-distraction zone. A 90-minute block is useless if it leaks every 30 seconds. Stage 2 makes sabotage difficult. 10 minutes before your block, you clear your desk, close extra tabs, and set up only what you need. Your phone either leaves the room or goes on airplane mode in a drawer. You tell anyone who needs to know that you will be unavailable for 90 minutes. This is where you stop pretending you can live inside a digital casino and still practice self-control. Most people are not weak. Their environment is wired against them. When Lena started, the hardest part was putting her phone in the hallway. You cannot keep building your life inside a system designed to distract you. You design the room, or the room designs you, and the next stage makes the first 15 minutes count. Stage 3. Run the warm-up block. First 15 minutes. The first 15 minutes are not for scrolling, hesitating, or warming up with busy work. They are your runway. You open your project, review yesterday's progress, and write a 1-line outcome for the session. Ship 1 portfolio case study draft. Outline 3 video ideas, 1 clear target. Then you set a visible timer for 60 minutes and remove every extra decision you can. Lena used her warm-up block to open the design files, close everything else, and sketch a checklist for the session. By the time the real block started, she wasn't arguing with herself anymore. The hardest part of deep work is often just getting to the starting line without leaking minutes to indecision, and stage 4 is where that runway pays off. Stage 4. Protect the core work block. 60 minutes of deep work. This is the heart of the system. For 60 minutes, you work on 1 thing only. Not 3 tasks, not just checking messages, not bouncing between tabs. 1 task that matters for your self-improvement, career, or deep project. When your brain panics and wants escape, you remind yourself, the discomfort is temporary, the block is finite. The timer will ring. You can survive focused effort for 1 hour. If you slip, you glance at your phone, you open a random tab. You do not declare the block ruined. You notice it, close the tab, and come back. Fast recovery beats perfect streaks. Deep work is not about never getting distracted. It is about returning to the work faster than your impulses can hijack the day. If this is quietly calling you out, type Day 1, 90 minutes at your chosen time in the comments so future you cannot pretend you never agreed to try this once. Stage 5. Shutdown, capture, and reward. Final 15 minutes. The last 15 minutes are where you lock in the gains and protect tomorrow. You do 3 things. First, you capture. Jot down what you finished, what you learned, and the very next small step. Second, you tidy the workspace so tomorrow's block starts clean. Third, you add a small, healthy reward at the end. A walk, music, tea, something that tells your brain, deep work leads to good things. This shutdown block is what keeps your system sustainable. Lena used it to save her work, write a single next action, and line up tomorrow's reference material. The next session did not start from zero. It started from momentum. Most people treat deep work like an occasional heroic sprint. Monk mode turns it into a calm ritual your brain starts to crave. Stage 6. Make it a non-negotiable habit, not a perfect streak. The power of this system does not come from one perfect block. It comes from what happens when you run it most days for 30 days. Some days your 90 minutes will feel incredible. Other days will feel clumsy and scattered, and both still count. Expect missed days. Plan for them. If you skip your block on Wednesday, you do not wait for next week. You show up Thursday at the same time. You resume, you do not restart. Most people do not fail deep work because the system is bad. They fail because they treat it like a mood, not a schedule. Your calendar is a stronger promise than your motivation will ever be, and your brain is not broken. Your system just has not been consistent long enough to prove what it can do. After 30 days, Lena's reality looks different. Her portfolio finally has finished case studies instead of half-built drafts. Her evenings feel calmer because that protected block gives her a clear boundary between progress time and rest. She still has busy days, but she no longer ends the week wondering where all her effort went. Here is your blueprint for the next 30 days. First, choose one 90-minute window that fits your real life, not your fantasy self. Second, design your own 3-block deep work monk mode using the 15 to 60-15 structure. Third, protect that window like an appointment with your future life, because it is. You will be shocked how much more 90 protected minutes give you than 8 chaotic hours. Before you click away, make sure you have actually commented Day 1, 90 minutes at your chosen time, not just thought about it. Put it in public so you have to face your own promise. Then watch Self-Control Monk Mode, Stop Dopamine Hijacks Fast. So your next move supports discipline, focus, and deep work instead of sending you back into random distraction. Train your mind, and your life will follow.